2016, under Secretary General Xi Jinping, conditions have worsened considerably. Increasingly, comparisons are made with the Holocaust. We know from testimonies, leaked official documents, and satellite imaging that the government of China is subjecting millions of Uyghurs to concentration camps, forced labor, forced sterilization, and mass surveillance, among other horrific conditions, which experts say amount to cultural genocide.
That the Canadian government needs to recognize genocide. So that's the first step that we're calling on now. The Foreign Minister, as well as the Immigration Minister of Citizenship and Refugeeship, to basically take action now, right? So they should listen to the subcommittee and their findings and the evidence that they've collected and take action. So that's the first step, is to recognize this as genocide. And once it's recognized as genocide, Canada has legal obligations to act to make sure that they can do their best to mitigate the efforts, ideally prevent the genocide from happening in the first place, but now that it is happening, to reduce the impact as much as possible. And that's going to be done through, one, recognition, which is really important. Second, through immigration and refugeeship. So we have thousands of Uyghurs who have been able to escape. So they're in countries like Egypt, in Indonesia, in Saudi Arabia. They've come far, but they're in danger because China's influence is such that we've seen people in Indonesia being extradited back to China, which is effectively a death sentence for them.
Why is it that we are sacrificing human rights, our national security, right, in order to have trade?
It's really important to send an economic message to China that it's not allowed, that they can't be selling to Canadians and the Canadian government forced labor products. So we're not calling on a total ban of all Chinese products. We're just saying there has to be an onus on both Western and Chinese companies to make sure their suppliers, but also the suppliers of the suppliers, are not using forced labor products. So we're calling on the Canadian government using there's an ombudsman that's been created recently for this type of thing, to pass either legislation to put the onus on corporations to be not profiting off of human rights abuse.
Si on est une démocratie, si on croit en nos valeurs et nos principes, on doit défendre les droits de la personne partout dans le monde. Partout dans le monde.
We're looking at recognition of genocide, immigration and refugee processing, make it much easier for people to come here and start a life that's safe for them. And then finally, for Canadians to be aware of the products that they're buying, to support local companies, especially in Montreal, in Canada. We have a lot of industry here, and to go out of their way to find Canadian products. It's going to help them, and it's going to make sure that they're not using products that are made by forced labor and being complicit in genocide, right? So that's what we're asking here people to do. That's why we've come out, in this horrible cold weather and during this COVID times, to send a message to basically our ministers, especially François Champagne and also Mendicino, who is the Minister of Immigration and Citizenship, to take action immediately.
Pourquoi on met des gens en prison pour qui ils sont?